Good morning, collective. It's me again, giving two messages that I received this morning after my prayer, meditation, and rest. I laid down for about maybe 15 to 25 minutes before I received the first message. The first message is regarding a family member of mine who does not live in America. She lives across seas. And she is with child, or she is going to be with child, because of the alignment that you had with your grandmother, which was my aunt. At that time, you were being mentally poisoned by my aunt, which is my father's sister. And you followed what she told you about me, which was a lie. For whatever reason, I have no idea, and I could care less. I've always wondered why every time I tried to build a bond with my cousin, it was a mental brick wall of some sort, or some type of emotional detachment that she always did with me, but she pretty much blended with my other cousin, who was my first cousin on my mother's side, my uncle's daughter. Her name is Ashley Borns. Now, the cousin that I'm talking about is the one that was married into the family of her. Her name is Jerice Hill, and her father's name was Alfred Hill. He married my first cousin on my dad's side. Yeah, her name was Lorianne. Anyway, that relationship was not good at all. It was a lot of cheating and infidelity and lies about that too. But it was, I don't know. My family lied about a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm not going to go into that because I could care less. It's redundant to me. But the cousin that I've always tried to have some type of connection with, I had saw her growing up in my throughout my life. Of her and her brother, they are fraternal twins. They both were born in October. They were physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally abused a lot, taken advantage of, and yet somehow she was mentally poisoned against me to not even try to accept me. Now, collective, I did tell you guys in one of my videos of my exposures of my family that my cousins, I knew that they were very cold and non emotional and non acceptance to me due to the fact of them listening to the adults, and jealousy and greed and whatnot. Don't know why she would feel the type of way that she would feel about me, because I've never given her the impression that I wanted to hurt her or her children. She was very promiscuous in the past, just like everybody else. She has multiple children, but the rest of her children was from her first husband. His name is Larry. Now, he works in the military. He works for the military, and they travel around the world. And the position that he is under is supposed to be a man of God preaching the word in the military. But this cousin, Jerice, who is married to Larry, you're going to become pregnant again, and you're going to suffer alone due to the fact of you listening to the advice of my aunt, Sharon Williams, but last name was Taylor. This is my dad's sister. Like I said, you will be expecting again. and you're going to be left alone taking care of that child, due to the fact of you following the wrong advice and you speaking negative and sending negative projections on me, because you think that I want your husband. I don't want him. I never was attracted to him. Um, Yeah, I never was attracted to him. There is no connection whatsoever. I was nice to him due to the fact of you being my cousin, and I felt as though that you made a good decision based off of you had a way out away from your family, away from the family, especially your stepmom, Lorianne, my cousin, due to the fact of you being verbally, emotionally, physically, and mentally abused. I was happy, personally, that someone had found you, and they saw more in you than, what meets the eye. But it just so happened that the truth was revealed to me about you and your husband. And if you are worried about your husband cheating on you, he is. He's definitely cheating on you, and it's with a military sergeant. It is not a female, it is a male. And he has been giving money to his lover to keep his mouth shut, but his lover, I already know, has gotten in touch with you, and y'all spoke on the phone, and you confronted your husband about it, and you wanted to do what was right, what you thought was right, by sticking by your husband and keeping his secret, and secretly, projecting whatever negativity towards me due to however your personal, feelings are. I'm just letting you know it's return to sender, and you are pretty much on your own. I will not reconcile with you. I will not try to build with you, and I am going to banish you energetically, spiritually, and physically. Do not ever reach out to me or my children. Don't reach out to me as well, because you're not going to be welcome. Another message that I have gotten is about a masculine energy that I know. I do not physically know him. I've never had sex with this man, but there was a very strong connection with him. The relationship, I accepted it as a friendship because I already had a feeling that he was lying to me about him being not being in a relationship. But I just accepted it for what it was, and looked at it genuinely as, all right, well then, if I can't build with you, as in like, having a relationship with me and we being monogamous and expressing our feelings about how we truly feel about each other, because we've done it over the phone. I met up with him over the internet on Facebook. That was, good God, that was like maybe 8 years ago. And I had came into contact with him again. Yeah, last year, and I was being led by the divine to express my emotions, my true feelings to him, and let him know how I felt. And what I got back was a very hurtful projection. He looked at me as if I was stupid, gullible, a piece of ass, like I wanted him for his money, and I wanted him for property or status quo. And it never was nothing like that. I genuinely wanted to build with this man. I dreamed about him. I talked about how he made me feel as far as in expressing myself in poetry. And for the divine to, reveal to me that Gregory Warts, it's your name. You lied to me about you not being in a relationship with someone, you being just focused on your job and not having a relationship with someone. You make fun of me, and you think it's funny that you're being petty and you continuously hurt my feelings. And I have sat back and I've chose to heal over it because I know what you're doing is petty, but at the same time, you're not paying attention to what you're doing because you're hiding the fact of, you know, you don't want nobody to know about, you don't want to be exposed, but you actually worked with people in my family and you projected, you stole from, you worked with, you aided these people in contributing to hurting me. And I was being nothing but authentic and genuine with you. And you still find some room in some way to make fun of me about how I speak. You insult my intelligence. And then you don't even want to speak up because you're you're afraid. And as you should be. But I'm smart enough not to put myself in harm's way of the divine, but utilize this moment of expressing my true emotions about how much you have been in a petty spirit with me, and you have been scorning and felting and pointing the finger. And if you don't know what felting means, it means, just basically, since you're smart, you went to college, I'm just going to prove to you that, I don't have to say anything else to you. I'm just going to put it out there and let you research it. So you were felting, you were scorning me, you made fun, you were in the batch who was projecting towards me, and you helped and aid them in whatever it is that they were doing. And then you turned around and you screwed someone in my family, whether if it be my sister or a cousin, a family member. Now, I am also going to expose you sucking dick in a car. You have gotten it done. Whether if it was black magic that was done on you or not, everybody is going to know that either you received head from a bisexual man or you gave head to a bisexual man. And I am no longer, what's the right word for me to say without being mean? I am no longer interested in you. I have lost passion for you. I do not believe in you anymore. I will not reconcile with you. I will not accept your apology. It is what it is. Do not reach out to call me, hit me up on Instagram, Messenger. If you come by my house, I promise you, you won't make it out of your car. I will actually have my ancestors attack your car, your phone, or any means necessary of you trying to reach out to me and speak to me. I'm done. I'm cutting you off. And your abundance that you were thinking about, quote unquote, you were so eager on focusing on your finances, they're gone now. I'm going to make sure that whatever you thought about me is going to be given back to you. So if you thought I was after you with money, say goodbye to your money. If you thought I was after you about equity for properties and, whatever you had your hands entitled to, say goodbye to that. If you wanted to reach out to me, and which is, I know you did, and you were afraid to speak up, don't be afraid anymore. You don't have to. Be who you are. Don't reach out to me because I'm not accepting you. If you thought that I wasn't intelligent, it's called wisdom. We both were going through the same thing of people projecting black magic and witchcraft and things of such throughout our whole entire life. But I chose to fight and pay attention to my discernment and not be so hard on myself when I make the wrong choice and decision, because every decision is a lesson in that and you grow from it. But see, you did not grow from your decisions. You kept going down the wrong path on purpose. And you felt as though that you wanted to prove a point to me, and you wanted to prove a point to your family that you're just this stand-up guy and you're going to stick around and wait and see if this child is not yours when, the child was not yours. First of all, the child was from one of your best friends and he didn't already skedaddle. I mean, it's a male energy. So if you have male friends that's always been around you and one of them just popped up missing and you don't hear from him, he's not coming around no more, that's the father. You're not the father. He's the father. And she's been going down the line screwing all your friends. Those two, the masculine that I'm talking about, the father of her unborn child, is your best friend baby. And he is not going to take care of that child because he's also married. And they have been sleeping behind your back for years. Years. They have been getting it in. So, if I were you, I would just focus on healing because when you find this out, it's going to be a booger. Okay? And you're going to need to heal to get over this pain that you're going to receive because you messed up to the point to where when you pass judgment on me, your new beginnings, your partnership, the spiritual work that we were supposed to do together is dead now. I don't have any passion for you. I don't want to work with you. I don't trust you. I don't believe in you at all. So you're just going to have to sit there and do not ask me to bail you out in anything because my money is going towards my children and myself and my investments. And it was going to be used to help build the spiritual business together as a partnership with you. But I'm just going to keep it to myself and I'm going to invest in myself and I'm going to do God's work alone. Seeing as though that every person that has been put in front of me on my path was, yes, a lesson learned. And I have noticed that I've wasted energy, time, and effort in people who are cowards, who don't want to speak up. You know information and you're scared. So by any means, I can get the clarity through the divine. I don't need to speak to you or anybody else. And if you have a sister that is an herbalist, she has her own store and you've been getting herbs and teas from her and detox, your sister is jealous of your connection and she does not want to see you happy. And she has been poisoning you and working with the karmic as well as your mother to go against you to keep you stuck and confused and stagnant. So by you thinking that you got away with nothing being exposed about you, I'm letting the world know that you are exposed. You have been found out and you are not accepted in my life at all, ever. Point blank, period. This ain't that, period, poo. Whichever way you want to put it, I'm trying to be as nice as I can. But another thing that I wanted to say to you, Gregory, is that you hurt my feelings. You hurt me in more than one way. And I'm no longer wasting my time or energy on indecisive, codependent, manipulative, emotionally imbalanced, codependent men. Okay? If you wanted to be with her, to be with your baby mom, or be with the karmic because of her age or because of how she looks, you just basically let me know that you are a shallow individual and you never was an upstanding guy to me in the first place. You were just a smooth talker. You were a liar. You were deceptive just like everybody else. And you played your part. And your pettiness is what is and is going to be your downfall. So if I were you, I would hold on to whatever money that I have and I would manage it the best way that I can because the abundance that was meant for you to have for me, I'm now taking that back. I will not invest in you. You are dead to me energetically. And I have no more passion and love for you. So God bless you. And I hope you succeed in your life, literally. I am not going to pray for you because I'm not going to do that. You pray for yourself. But I will continue practicing doing right, and I am going to practice continue. Well, I'm not I'm just going to I'm going to continue focusing on what I need to focus on, and I'm not going to focus on any relationships. I'm not open for any relationships with any masculines. If you are standing in the dark, I'm not interested. If you are hiding in behind someone, I'm not interested. If you are waiting for your turn, you're not going to be accepted. No one is being accepted. I'm done waiting for love. I'm done waiting for whoever I'm supposed to be with. And that goes down the line with a divine masculine, a life partner, a soulmate, a karmic soulmate, a, a divine twin. You're not standing up on your reputation and rocking that name as a badge and honoring the divine of the position that you are. You want people to look at you as this stand-up guy. You so caught up in trying to appease other people instead of doing what you need to be doing, and you want to prove a point to everybody. You fucked your own self. You really did. Because you should never get caught up in how people think and what they say about you, because they're going to judge you whether you do good or you do bad. But since you so prone and locked on, you don't want nobody looking at you a certain type of way, and you're a people pleaser, and you're just the stand-up guy. You're also capable of hurting other people who are genuine to you, who wanted nothing from you but love in a monogamous relationship, and you chose to go down the wrong path. You came in and out of my energy, and then you want to be indecisive and burn time and then go down the wrong path and sleep with somebody based off of their looks and their body. You judged me in so many ways. It's like, without you saying, you thought you were saying to me that, oh no, you're broke, you're a thought, you're ugly, I don't like you like that. I was just using you for money. I just wanted you for a come up, for starting my business. And it's like, that's the projection. That's the energy that you've been giving me. And I haven't been doing anything but being extremely genuine with you and patient. And I've waited long enough. And I'm not going to keep sitting back letting you hurt me anymore. So I'm going to speak up. And I spoke up today, and I did it out of love because I released you. I'm not going to forget what you did to me and how you made me feel and what I was dealing with and what I'm still dealing with. But I won't shed a tear for you because I'm numb to you now. So whatever assets that you have, they're going to go in the trash. Whatever money that you have is going to fall through your fingers. Whatever relationship that you try to go into, you're going to be fucked over royally. You're not going to be able to trust anybody in your family because your whole family is against you. They've been working with my family to basically keep us apart, and you knew that. And you kept your mouth shut because you wanted to be pink pussy. You big and bold enough to go on vacations and trips and plan sex trips with these people and do orgies and all this other stuff and put yourself out there and catching STDs, and then you want to take somebody to court because it was done to you and all this other stuff. You're just reaping what you sown. But in the long run, who you actually was supposed to be paired up with, you looked right over me because you judged me and you let people poison you against me when you had my direct number. Gregory, you had my direct number, and you could have called me, you could have texted me, you could have told me the truth, but you chose to keep your mouth shut and be sneaky. For whatever reason, this is not a miscommunication. I know what you did. There is no miscommunication. So I'm going to say this to you. I don't have any more passion for you. I don't have a connection with you anymore. I don't want a connection. I'm not going to reconcile or take you back. I don't need to hear you ask for forgiveness. If you want to come forward and ask for forgiveness, that's fine. I can still hear you out. I can still, listen for you to ask for forgiveness, and I'm still going to walk away from you. I'm never going to accept you. I'm done. I don't love you. I'm not in love with you, and I don't have any passion for you. I'm numb to you now. So, yeah, that's about it. Collective, if I get any more messages or downloads, again, I'll let you guys know. But till then, don't reach out to me, Gregory Warts. You are cut off. And my ancestors, I will send them to cut you off. I don't want any ties with you whatsoever. So, namaste, everybody.